heck are you doing?
What the heck am I doing? You know, just sitting here, sipping my coffee out of my brand new Brain Candy Doodle mug that I love
you
so
got
much.
one?
Yes.
I need to
I
get
have to.
one.
Come on.
Episode 559. I need to get that. That's a good reminder because that thing is so cute.
And I got a backpack.
No, you did? Is it cute?
Because I think it would be adorable to, like, be wearing, like
Your
Doc
own
Martens and a
creation.
leather jacket, and then a cute backpack that says Brain Candy Podcast, and it's all, like, adorable and fun.
Did it come yet, or are you waiting?
Yes.
Is it cute?
It's so cute. I have, like, such a big smile on my face because I'm obsessed with it.
I'm so glad.
And, like, you know, not to, like, toot my own horn or anything, but, like, I think the colors this time are, like, one of my favorite things.
Oh, yeah. I like that, too. It felt like we, you know, it was maturing.
Yeah, we, like, grew up a little bit.
Somebody had written, like, shipping to Canada is ridiculous. It costs, like, $1 million. And a lot of our listeners are Canadian. And Dawn had written on, like, hey, Suze, can't you send whoever I think it was Nerd Herd, Bridget. Can't you send her one of the Tits, Pits, and Bits sticker, like, on the house? But they're not here at my house. They're, like, we use a third party, so I would just be buying it and shipping it myself. Like, it's not like I have them here and then.
Yeah.
Or I probably would. And I'd probably go bankrupt because that's all I'd do is, like, send everyone just free stuff.
I'm like, here you go, here you go, here you go.
So it's probably good that it's out of my hands.
Just give it to her.
But I do wish that shipping thing wasn't an issue. Oh, well.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Annoying. They should all get together and just, like, ship it to one location, all the people, all of our Canada people, and just pay one shipping fee, and then
and it'll get us one step closer to living in a commune, all of us.
Yeah,
listeners
anyway.
and hosts.
Yeah,
someday.
Yes. Speaking of where I want to live, I took a little trip to Denver to check out some spots.
What'd you think?
I love it, Suze.
Loving it.
I am obsessed with Denver.
That's great. The Mile High City.
Yeah, and oh my God, do I feel it.
Yeah, yes.
As soon as I get, and then you forget. Most of the time, I go there, I'm doing outdoorsy activities.
Yeah.
And so I'm always hydrating because in my mind, I'm like, okay, you know. Or the other times I would go there was Aspen Food and Wine, in which case I'm drinking heavily and also hydrating and prepping myself. And this time I was just in the city and in my mind thought, I don't know, I just like was treating it like back at home. Oh,
yeah, remember?
I'm still dry right now.
Dry. Remember when I went to Lake Tahoe, which also has higher elevation, and my breast implants squeaked?
What? I don't remember that.
Yeah. Like,
that is so crazy.
I guess they...
What is that?
They must inflate or I don't know. But I remember hearing it and being like, WTF, and then thank God I
do
Googled
remember
it.
that noise you said. Oh,
yes. It's very unsettling.
Oh my gosh, that unsettled. Ugh, why does that make me want to crawl out of my skin? The fact that it's like, you know how I hate the sound
to crawl out of my skin too.
Oh, stop! You know how I hate the sound of balloons rubbing against each other?
Yes, that's what it was like.
Oh,
yes,
I would be inside your body. That's in my nightmare. Oh, that is my actual nightmare.
Like if you ever thought maybe
recover.
breast implants aren't safe, which is a fair query. This could confirm that because I was just like, this is not normal.
Wow.
I haven't been to Denver lately, though, so I can't.
They change at different elevations.
Yeah, but I'm sure if you lived there, then they'd be used to it. Maybe you squeak when you go down to, what's that called? Sea level.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you loved it.
I did love it.
You
liked
the vibe.
Around. I love that. And, you know, I had heard rumors about there being attractive men everywhere. Mm-hmm. The rumors are true.
What makes you say that, though?
Well, statistics.
What do you mean hot, though? That's subjective.
Well, I mean, yes, hot is subjective.
Fit.
But I mean, like, also, men in general outnumber women there.
Oh, okay.
So that helps.
It's a numbers game.
I think it's the what is that effect? There's a name for it where when you see a group of people, the the average hotness goes up. Mm. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I vaguely remember us talking about that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I feel like this was either a real thing or something that was on How I Met Your Mother.
One way or another, this happened to you.
Right. Yeah. So I think that's what happened. So I was walking down the street and just every single person. And, I think a lot of people who are there aren't from there. And well, everybody's so polite.
Most people, though, would think that LA had a lot of hot people. You don't agree?
Ew. No, it's a different kind of hot.
What kind?
I shouldn't say ew. Anybody who's listening from LA, not you. But everybody else.
Company excluded.
It's more the attitude. It's more in LA it really feels like everybody's out to I don't know, get a one up on everybody else.
No doubt about that.
And that kind of feeling instantly puts it changes the vibe. There's not a chill vibe for me. Because I'm like, what do you want from me? And I'm not especially with what I do for my job as a therapist, I can't have a kind of relationship where it's tradesy, with anybody because that's unethical and you can't do that. And that's kind of what Los Angeles is built on. So it feels like that I really can't participate in that world, nor do I want to.
Right.
And so it feels really icky to me. And also men are more, and women are just more polished in Los Angeles, and I'm not into that. I don't know if polish is the right word, but
you like a little bit more rugged, rough around the edges.
Yes, I like a little rough around the edges. I don't want to go. I don't know. It just seems more my speed. They're more. Okay. It felt like everybody in Denver was my type.
That's great.
Yeah, and you know what I did? I logged on to thanks to encouragement from Jessie. Shout out to Jessie. She was like, I want all the credit for this. I was like, okay, I'll give it to you. I signed up for a dating app.
Oh no.
I did it. But I did Bumble, which I feel like was not bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
I support you. Whatever you want to do.
Right.
I know it's a jungle out there, that's all.
It is a jungle out there. But it does feel overwhelming. There is a part of it that's you kind of feel like a piece of meat for a second.
Yeah.
Ugh. I don't like that.
No.
But I sorted through the I don't know, vultures who are attacking the corpse. Yeah. And I went on a first date out there.
Oh,
man. It was really fun.
Okay, well, let me interrupt your story to talk about what I hope you wore on your date, which is glamnetic eyelashes.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Jessie and I wore those the night we went out the night before.
Yeah, that's even better. Girls' night.
I know. Better. Girls' night out. I was like, he could see me regular. She gets the full glam
She gets the good stuff. Well, that's what they say, right? We dress for other women anyway.
It's totally true.
But these are great because... Number one, you don't have to use the glue, which is so weird that we put that right by our eyeballs. And then they're magnetic, but not those kind that suck.
Right. They're so easy.
I want to be real clear about that. They will save you time and money because you can use them a gazillion times, 60 uses per lash if you want. So they're more eco-friendly and wallet-friendly. They go on so easily and they are glamorous. But there are different kinds. You can pick what style you like and what suits your mood. 100% money back guarantee. I just love these. These are great. I just sent my sister some as well. Find out for yourself why glamnetic lashes are Instagram's favorite beauty hack. Go to glamnetic.com/braincandy. Enter our code BRAINCANDY for 30% off your order. The code is only available to our listeners. That's glamnetic.com/braincandy and enter in our promo code BRAINCANDY at checkout for 30% off. I promise you guys, these lashes literally apply themselves.
Yeah, it is really funny that you said, did you wear those? Because we really did. I got those for Jessie for her birthday. Because she saw me in them and was like, oh, my God, I love those.
That's a great gift idea.
So I got her those for her birthday. And, because we're single gals who, are going out. And
women about town.
Sometimes you want to throw on some lashes. Who knows? And, so she was like, oh, hey, now that you're here, show me how to do it. And I was like, watch how easy this is going to be. And it was so fun.
So 4-second
Yeah, it
tutorial.
took 4 seconds. It really did. So
okay, so you went on a first date.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about the fact that you're single again? I know you mentioned it, but people keep asking me why, and I'm not at liberty to say. That's your story to tell.
We'll like. I think timing is
it came down to
it came down to like timing and different places where people are in their life.
Yeah, there's not some big story.
Right. No. Yeah. No story at all.
Okay. Yeah. So you're single. You're dating, and you meet somebody. Did you meet them on Bumble?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And I'm into it. I'm more into. Well, here's what I've heard from. Okay. I was talking to my friend Jesse and my friend Dave, and both of them live in different cities. Now we've kind of got multiple cities and different locations covered. And from what I hear, the quality, or not quality, but it varies based on what city you're in.
Yeah.
Like which I don't know, dating app or whatever is going to be one that has
your people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's just like the type of person I'm looking for or more serious relationships or whatever it is. They were like, don't do Tinder. That's crazy.
I agree.
Yeah. So I don't know any of these things. So now I'm sharing it with you guys. So, you guys know. Are single people listening to our show? I'm sure they are.
Yes, they are.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. Yes. So from what I hear, Bumble is better in Denver. And that's kind of what, like, we were talking about. And based on, like, our evidence. And
wait, so is this the one? What is the nature of Bumble?
Okay. So Bumble is one where the female has to reach out first.
That's what I thought. Okay.
And I kind of like that. You can, and they make it so if you're not creative or don't know what to say, you can like play a game or like ask them a question of one of this, like, I don't know.
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And it just gives you a little bit more, it doesn't feel like you're being preyed upon. Mm-hmm. And I know how in a previous episode I talked about how I have a primal kink. But listen, that's when it's consensual and agreed upon. And this is very different. It does feel like, ugh.
You're not like into creeps.
No, I'm not at all. And no, definitely not. I like cringe at the thought. And I'm thinking back through like, there are creeps no matter what. You do have to kind of sort through some,
Yeah.
That's why I like this one, because you can reach out. Mm-hmm. So I reached out to, like a couple people, and then put in my profile, like the way to my heart was like something like witty banter or like and intellectually stimulating conversation. And I got that right off the bat with somebody who was super, super funny. And yeah, I said yes to a first date on a freaking visit to Denver.
That's bonkers.
I know. I can't believe it. Susie, it was a so me first date. We went for a tandem bicycle ride.
I don't approve.
What? Tell me why not? I knew you wouldn't approve.
Well, not just for a date, just in general.
Have you ever been on a tandem bike?
Yes, I have.
Oh,
I did not enjoy it.
That's funny. You've been on it and you approve less.
You thought maybe if I tried it, I was like,
but you haven't even tried it. It's so fun.
What part is fun about it?
Well, you can be doing something active together and still talk because, like,
okay,
I don't know, you can hear the person right there, and you don't have to look at them, which I kind of like because sometimes like maintaining eye contact is hard for me, and sometimes I get awkward. So it was great because I just like got to stare at the scenery.
Is there some sort of like what is the rule about who is in the front? Is it size-based?
Oh, he's in the front. I'm not doing any steering. Like, the person in the front is doing heavy steering. The person in the back is just mainly I don't know.
What the hell is heavy steering, though?
No, like, all steering. Like, you don't even steer when you're in the back.
Okay, so you just don't want that added burden of directions.
No. And he was very good at he liked mountain bikes and stuff, so it was fine. I felt very safe.
He was more of an expert.
Yes, he was a tandem bike riding professional, for sure. But, originally I was asking him because he was like, hey, you want to go on a bike ride? And so I sent him a message and said, like, okay, on a scale of like beach cruising to Tour de France. Like, what are we talking here? Just because I need to know, like, appropriate footwear. And, you know, he was like, well, tandem bicycle. And I thought he was joking.
Right.
And I was telling my friend Jessie, I was like, okay, so, like,
wait a minute. He wasn't even going to tell you it was tandem? Like, you had to kind of, like, you asked for more info, and that's when it was revealed?
I mean, I think
it's a bold move is what I'm saying.
It's a bold move. It's a bold move, but I was fine with it. And I think me asking was kind of part of the banter we had going. And so
okay,
you know, I got clarification on what kind of footwear, you know, because then at first I was definitely sure. Like Jessie said, yes, you're not going to be going. You're not going like, you know, crazy road bike racing right now. Like you're just going to go on like a bike ride. Like, so I felt like it was kind of obvious, but I just needed to double check. And then we said tandem bicycle. I was like, that's hilarious. And then Jessie was like, well, if there's anybody who would think that's funny, but also would be into it, like not ironically, it's definitely you.
Well, yeah, that's why I said it's a bold move, because most people would be like, oh, for fuck's sake, I got to do tandem biking with this guy on the first date.
I told her, I was like, if
match.
This is the kind of, right, if this is the kind of thing that like, even if he's like took every single girl out on this first date and was like, okay, this is the test, the tandem bicycle test, I would be totally fucking fine with that, because I'm like, that's right, congratulations, you found the one.
Bicycle test.
You found the one who's going to be into this. But that wasn't even the best part, Suze.
I hope not.
Then when we were at his house and picking up the bike and everything like that, and when we're about to leave to go take off on the bicycles, I look around the corner and he's got like a game room in his house. Susie, he has an already set up, purchased from a second, like what are they called? Like basically got it off of somebody who custom made it on Etsy. Mm-hmm. Scrabble board already set up.
Oh, wow. That's
right?
Nice.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Like the good kind, like a piece of furniture.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And you know, how I feel about Scrabble.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
I was like, excuse me, sir, why didn't you lead with this?
I mean, you think he buried leads, but he's got a lot of leads.
I know.
In your world.
I was very impressed. I'm like, I did a really good job, like picking, rolling the dice and picking
Yeah, because that's not typical.
Not typical at all. And
How
I met
old
some
is
of his
this
friends.
Gentleman?
36. And guess what? Another part you're going to love. Mm-hmm. Not on social media. Doesn't even have, like, isn't into, doesn't have isn't on reality television. Isn't on the radio. Isn't anybody like that.
Well, that could go either way. You know about my theory.
Yeah, I think this is one of those for mental health and the recognizing that it's ridiculous.
Well, it is ridiculous.
Thing.
I'll tell you what's not ridiculous, though, is
what?
Taking a vitamin every day.
Oh, I just got my refill this morning, and I was very happy about that. And it reminded me how good I am doing at staying consistent.
See? Ritual multivitamins, they are awesome. They are easy to take and come right to your door. And now they have protein powder. They have kids ones. They have men ones. They have vitamins for pregnancy, for after. I mean, they got it all.
Yeah.
Jesus. And this is like...
Oh, man, I love the smell. I am not in the market to, become pregnant anytime soon. But I love the smell of the prenatal ones so much that I just keep taking them.
Well, there you go. That's good.
Who likes the smell of their vitamins?
Didn't you tell me they're orange flavor?
Yes, sweet orange. I'm obsessed with that smell.
All right. So nice. It's so great to add this little ritual into your life, whether it's the vitamin or the protein powder. So why not shake up your ritual to make trying something new less scary? Ritual offers a money-back guarantee if you're not 100% in love. Plus, our listeners get 10% off during your first 3 months. Just visit ritual.com/braincandy to add essential protein today. That's ritual.com/braincandy.
Yes. So I thought I would just update you on my excellent first date story. I feel like tandem bicycle ride, Scrabble playing, and
did you actually
not
play?
a person who's like fighting me for the spotlight in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Or you know what? I just don't want that. I think.
I get it.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I do. I married a man behind the camera. As you know.
I want the person behind the. I want the behind the scenes person. So, that's pretty. That's not bad for a first.
That was
my
a good
first date.
Was he sad that you didn't live there?
Yeah. I mean, I think we were both bummed that when I was leaving, and we hung out the next day too. Okay. And he met. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and share this one that he did. This is a baller move.
Okay.
I feel like he would be fine with me sharing, especially since I'm not going to reveal his identity. Why? Because you can't even find him on anything, which is great. Okay. So he met up. He had to work, as people do. And I was reading a book that he gave me. I was hanging out on the patio waiting for my friend to get off work and reading a book, which I love, that he gave me a book to go home with, which was so, we're talking about our love of reading. It's fantastic. So he met up with me to have a drink and then meet up with my friend Jesse as well. And then he offered to drive us to our dinner reservation, drives us to dinner, drops us off at the restaurant. We are enjoying dinner. About half hour goes by, and the server comes over and lets us know that a gentleman called and dinner's on him.
No.
Yes.
Wow.
Susie.
That's impressive.
Jessie was like, okay. That was like, she was like, that was a flex. That was the best. Good. That was a good flex.
And just so darn nice.
Isn't that just darn nice? I mean, really, it was me who was like, okay, like that. Jessie was like, that was a move. Mm-hmm.
When you were on Bumble, did they let you say vaccination required or anything?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's good.
They have all that. You check. All those boxes, which is good.
What are some other ones?
I like how they do it on there because it feels like it's not a lot of questions. Because I those are.
Oh yeah, remember eHarmony took freaking.
Yeah, and those are not. I feel like sometimes the questions, even on Match, when they ask all those questions that you have to fill out and write a bunch of stuff for, there are people who are good at writing those kind of things. There are people who are not good at writing those kind of things. And sometimes it paints this different image in my head of the person. So I kind of like the setup of this where there are more questions to ask and Bumble will ask you random questions like, what is that? When no one's watching, I ... And then you answer that. And the thing that sold me on his profile is it said 2 truths and a lie, and most people, fill that answer. And he goes, oh, you mean 2 truths and a humble brag leading to another truth? And I something like that. And I was like, that's hilarious. Sold. And so, it was the humor and everything that, and nature-y pics that did it for me. Pictures of him kayaking and stuff like that. So yeah, so I like the setup of that one. It felt like, because I met my ex-husband on Match.
Yeah.
And it felt like he was good at advertising himself, which he was because he was in sales. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I, coincidentally so is this guy, but.
No way.
Well, sort of a different kind of sales. But yes.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So yeah. So I'm gonna I've got more trips planned back there because also, I'm need to figure out where the heck I'm going to live.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Okay. Well, keep us posted.
Yeah.
It's very exciting.
Oh, I'm nervous to be back in the dating world, but it sure is. It sure is. I feel like I can. Okay. Susie, help me with this. I don't know if I can handle dating multiple people at the same time.
I I've never really been into that.
Okay, I don't think I'm like getting like lump in my throat and nervous feelings just thinking about this.
Yeah.
Do people do this though?
Well, that's the thing. I feel like that's more common now, and that's sort of the status quo, especially because a lot of it's like hookups instead of intimacy. But that just doesn't appeal to me. It's just too much to keep track of.
It is, and it's. I can. Maybe my ADD brain. I can't focus on too many options. I even keeping up conversations with. I don't even want to maintain other. I don't know what that. Maybe I should. Should I? Am I supposed to do this?
Well, do you think
I'm out of practice? Probably, and I don't care if other people are. That's the other thing. Go, everybody. You do you. Like, it's totally fine. Yeah. I know he's not somebody who'd be into a, like dating multiple people, like polyamorous relationship or open relationship.
Yeah. Well,
because we did somehow talk about that.
Nobody's going to be mad at you for not seeing other people.
Right.
So then
I don't want anybody to think it's weird. I'm a therapist and I'm asking these stupid questions. I know that that's not weird.
It's really not. It's really not.
It's not.
It's just,
right?
I think some people really prefer much, much more casual things than maybe you're looking for.
Yeah. It is. It does feel like Pandora's box, though, once you open it and once you start.
You mean dating?
Yeah, kind of. Like, you're out or you're in. Or it's like Double Dutch. Ooh, it's Double Dutch. You know when you're outside watching Double Dutch and it's like, ooh, that looks exciting and fun. And then you're in there and it's like,
easy.
ah!
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
And please, God, don't throw another person or rope in the mix.
Well, do you think that he's a frequent bumbler? Like, do you think he goes on a lot of Bumble dates?
I mean, I feel like anybody who's on there does.
Okay.
I think that as for multiple reasons, because it also felt in Denver, it really felt like there's so much to do that and maybe this is just me and what I'm looking for, but it feels like you can fall into like just having an activity partner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I want somebody to go on a hike with, and it's so easy to find those kind of people on there, or at least me. I don't know. I would imagine there's a lot of other women who are naturey and outdoorsy on there too, and so I feel like it's easy to do that. And why wouldn't you want to do that frequent, like every weekend, if you either like hang out with friends or
yeah.
And especially if you just move to the city. Like, I think about my friend Jessie. I'm like, I want her to go out every week. New date. Come on,
go. Is she a bumbler?
She is bumbling.
Is she bumbling? Well,
what is the word we're supposed to? It's so funny to me. Can they? We need like them to sponsor us. Come on now. Yeah. Bumble.
Does she say that she's had good experiences?
Yeah, she really has.
That's good. Like, after the date, does she have to hydrate at all and drink some huzzah?
I definitely do, especially them being from sea level and not used to that altitude.
Right. Huzzah is a refreshing, flavorful seltzer, but it has probiotics in it, which I love, and 3 grams of sugar or less. And I just think it is such a nice, refreshing drink. So great as a mixer or on its own. And it supports a healthy gut, which is like my goal in life is just a healthy gut. They have delicious flavors. Sarah loves the juicy pear, as do I.
Oh, so good.
It's only 15 calories, too. Come on. Get ready to fill your fridge by stocking up on Huzzah Probiotic Seltzer by using code BRAINCANDY for 20% off your order at drinkhuzzah.com. That's code BRAINCANDY for 20% off at drinkhuzzah.com.
Yes. So there's the update of I finally caved because I figured you can't meet anybody sitting alone in my house. Like that's true, right? That's
I know.
Where I'm just not gonna have the meet cute that the movies promised us.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm fine with that.
Work from home does limit those opportunities.
I talked to no one. I talked to Bo, my dog.
Oh, man. And
which is fine.
Never had any luck at like the dog park, huh?
No, surprisingly. Mm-hmm. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know if I give off the vibe of come talk to me. Maybe I do. I don't know. Depends on what mood I'm in. Anywho, did I talk about love on the spectrum on here already?
We did not. I'm interested in your thoughts, though.
Susie, actually, this is funny that this episode and all the stories that I'm looking at all do seem to be dating related.
They do, Sarah.
I have more, too. I'm obsessed. I cried my freaking eyeballs out.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Did you watch the first season?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Michael.
I don't know who that is, but it sounds like you really love him.
He's the best ever. He just wants love.
Okay. Well,
so cute.
My friend Kelly, she works with people on the spectrum. You know, that's her job. And I asked her what she thought of it. And she said, you know, she liked it and it was interesting, but she kind of feels like it should be called like horny on the spectrum or something. Like they're not really, it's not about love so much as it is about sex. Agree or disagree?
Half and half.
Yeah.
I think I think they do a good job of showing relationships that have been together for a while, people who are on the spectrum who are married or have been together, I don't know, for a number of years, where they've developed a partnership and this, just a really good pair and a really good matching where they lean on each other. They're each other's support system. They really understand each other. And I think it develops into a healthy, kind of like symbiotic relationship in a way. Mm-hmm. And that's just the word that comes to my mind. And I think it's wonderful. And yes, it starts with lust, but so do all relationships, right?
Okay.
I mean, I feel like that you know, that meme of the table where it says, I don't know, prove me wrong or like come like tell me otherwise. Yeah. It's kind of how I feel about that. Don't all relationships kind of start like that, and then we have to build to a, you know, what does love / commitment kind of mean?
My impression of her assessment was that while, you know, sexual attraction is usually the thing that draws you initially to someone, that most of us have a desire to partner up and like marry and have that like traditional, maybe loving scenario. Mm-hmm. But she saw that less so on here, where it was more like, well, I want to have sex, so I need to learn how to socialize in a way that can facilitate that. But I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I mean, of course, and she works with people on the spectrum, so of course she understands and knows. But also I think that, you know, it seems like the maturity level, of course, is a little stunted, and it almost matches what a 17 or 18-year-old would be.
Okay.
So,
but it's still heartwarming and made you feel...
Oh, my gosh. To me, it is the most heartwarming. It just shows that we all really want love and we all really want connect. Even if it is just sex, we all just want to be held and to be loved and to be, like, nurtured and cared for. And I think a lot of it is seen. And it was so cute to just see these, most of the cute things that were like what the men did, and for me, and they just tried so hard and were so encouraging. And, you know, I see the energy that they put into the dates, and I'm like, what the heck? I was thinking back, I did like a TikTok or some story response to it, like on my Instagram, where I'm like one of the guys is like slow dancing with his date in the middle of the square, and he got like the private table, and it's so sweet, and, you know, brought her flowers. I went on a first date. The guy didn't even stand up to say hello to me, and he got me the communal table.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
Like, what's it? I mean, I have since had other nice dates where people do things like take me on tandem bicycle rides and play Scrabble with me.
Yeah.
But, you know, I was just like, what the heck? These guys are so romantic. And it was adorable. And so I think I can't, and then, oh my gosh, it gets even sweeter. Everybody should watch that. It is the cutest thing in the whole entire world. And I'm just obsessed. So there you go.
Everyone should watch this series.
Yes, Love on the Spectrum.
And are most of them married or dating?
Dating. Most of them are dating, and then usually there's about one or two couples that that are married, and it shows their relationships.
So the takeaway for you is just that we're all more similar than we realize? Or, like, what do you feel like you learn from it?
I think that we have this idea that people who are on the spectrum or have just atypical, just anybody who has like atypical, what's the word I'm looking for? Like neurological, there's a word I'm looking for and I can't even think of it right now.
Neuroatypical?
Yes, thank you. I'm putting it in the wrong order. Anyone who's neuroatypical doesn't have these same kind of desires or in the same way when we watched the documentary Crip Camp. Mm-hmm. And that woman was like, yeah, we want to fuck.
Yeah.
We need to see that. We need to see what different kinds of relationships look like, different kinds of love look like. And just, I think it's heartwarming and it reminds me of what is important about love. Even if it is, you know, it starts in lust and starts in those, you know, good chemicals that make us feel so physical urges. Mm-hmm. And, you know, so does, I don't know.
That's what my sister said too. She shares your feeling. Because I said the same thing to her and she was like, really? Because I felt like it was very loving. Yeah. So, I don't know. Our biases can inform our perceptions, you know?
Right. Yeah. Well, there is a story that I know there will be no disagreeing on how, I don't know, what a poor choice it was or what should have happened. Did you hear about the gal who wore jeans that were too tight?
No.
On her date?
No.
And ended up in the hospital.
No.
For a week.
No.
In the ICU with sepsis.
No.
Yes.
How tight are we talking?
I want to know the same thing. So she did post a picture of her in the shorts, and I did see what they looked like. They're jean shorts.
Oh my God.
They're pretty high, kind of high-waisted, and they're the ones that cut up the cheek a little bit, so it almost looks like, you know, booty shorts or boy shorts out of, like, you know, sure. Like jean material.
A pride parade.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's such a perfect visual because that really helps. Yes, definitely that.
Gotcha.
And she wore them on this first date for 8 hours. She said, you know, she gave her a wedgie and she was starting to get uncomfortable.
Oh
but she wanted to, didn't want to interrupt the date. So she pushed past the pain.
I mean, that's a classic female
Classic.
Response. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I will say I could have stopped the bicycle and raised my seat up a little bit. But by that time I was like, I better just keep going. Yeah. Anyways. I was fine. I was like, I didn't want to complain. So stupid.
Wait, before you
but I didn't end up with sepsis.
I just want to know, I want to make sure that even though you're going on these dates and like busy with work, are you still finding time to play Best Fiends?
Well, always. What do you think I did on the airplane ride to and from? Come on now.
Always. You have priorities.
Yeah.
Right? You guys know we're obsessed with Best Fiends. It's such a fun game. It's a little challenge for you. It'll give you a nice break from real life. And, you know, it keeps your brain buzzing. You can look at all the cute characters and do the little puzzles. They're always adding new content. You're never going to be bored. It's such a fun fun game. They have so many levels. But you can keep trying. You get to the top, I'm telling you. Download Best Fiends free today on the App Store or Google Play. That's Friends without the R, Best Fiends. And like Sarah said, you can even do it on a plane where you don't have Wi-Fi. So that's handy too.
It was really, really handy because I forgot to download any music onto my phone.
Big mistake.
Oy. But I have my Best Fiends, so it went by super fast.
Okay, so she's sitting there and feeling like, I'm not too comfy, but I don't want to make a scene.
So what I imagine there was some chafing involved. That there was some rubbing. Oh God!
Oh, man.
Do you have a pair of jean shorts that are uncomfortable like this? That do you know about the discomfort of jean shorts?
I guess so.
Oh,
but
you don't know then. That pause and that hesitation.
Okay, then no.
Oh,
I'm not a big chafer.
I have a pair because you have like. I do not have a lot of space between my thighs, no matter what size I am.
Yeah, I guess it depends on your build.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't, like, when I'm driving and I'm wearing jean shorts, I almost won't wear them if I have to drive anywhere.
Wow.
Because,
okay. No.
Oh my gosh, serious wedgie. Thank goodness
so
I make, I'm not getting a handle that
you're
shit.
You're compassionate.
So
you feel her pain.
Yes. I mean, I have not felt that pain, but damn.
Okay, so then what happened?
So she experiences some chafing. 8 hours later.
Whoa.
That's the part that's crazy.
I mean, that must have been some date.
So, right. Well, yes, it must have.
Right?
So she goes home. She's like, oh, I'm really sore in that area.
Oh, my God.
And then she starts to develop like I would imagine it's kind of like ew, I hate this word so much.
Okay.
But like,
Moist?
like boil or something, or like an infection, or like something where it became very infected, and she got something called she started. Oh, and then she woke up with a fever. The next morning, she woke up really sick.
Oh my God!
And then she called her mom, or her mom was there, or something like that. I can't remember. I feel like a girl like this might still live at home. I don't know why.
Stop it! That's hilarious and true.
Yeah,
right.
I'm like, probably.
You're not good at taking care of yourself. Clearly,
yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say, double down on that.
Did she took the shorts off though before she went?
Yes,
okay.
took the short. Oh, I would imagine as soon as that 8 hours, as soon as she got home from the date, kind of like we take the bra off or take the shoes off.
Yeah.
Like, oh, thank God. She's like ripping those jean shorts off when she gets home.
That's when she saw the boil.
Yes, or something. I think the next morning it probably developed into like just some real. She said it was sore, really sore to the touch, and really infected. And then she had a fever. And then her mom said that she couldn't even stand up. Like 2 days later, she couldn't even stand up, and she was so sick. They took her to the emergency room and. They put her in the ICU, and she was there for a freaking week with something called cellulitis, which is just like a skin infection in that area.
Sarah.
It affects the skin and the tissue underneath, and it can prove fatal if it turns into like sepsis, which it did, and hers went septic, and freaking 1 week in the ICU. Oh, and then they said that the doctors said they might have to cut off a chunk of her butt.
No, why?
But then luckily they didn't.
Oh, like a skin graft type of thing.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Could you imagine?
No.
Your tight ass Abercrombie and Fitch jean shorts?
Were they Abercrombie?
No, I don't know, but the ones that do that to me are. So
that's funny.
And for anybody who's saying in their mind right now, well, you just need bigger shorts.
Yeah.
No, that is not the answer. I've tried that.
Oh.
Then they don't stay. That's not it. It's the proportions. I don't know. Ladies with thick thighs. My thighs aren't even that thick anymore. I got to get those back, damn. Anyways, that's another story.
Well, I feel bad that I don't feel bad for her. Like,
yeah. Here's also
the
silver lining to it, like the happy part of the story is this was a story that she put up on TikTok about something that happened a while ago. she has been with the guy that she went on the first date with for 3 years.
Stop it.
Which I love.
Oh,
so he was great
God.
and stuck around.
Wow.
I thought that was a cute part of the story.
I can't believe that worked out. I really can't.
Right.
I would thought he would be like, whoa, I run for the hills.
I'm out.
This
I'm
is
out.
an idiot I'm dealing with.
She doesn't even realize her shorts are too tight.
Because you're right. Who suffers for 8 hours?
All women since the dawn of time, Susie. Cinderella. Those glass slippers. That's why she abandoned them. She's like, I'm out. Could you imagine glass slippers? The blisters on those. Who wrote that? Definitely a man. 100%. Golly. Right. My feet hurt just thinking about it. Because I don't know if I'll ever go back to heels.
Wow.
I mean, maybe a wedge, maybe a chunky heel. But though that...
Are you serious? What are you going to wear to weddings? Like menswear?
Menswear? Get out of here. No, I don't know. I will. I have heels. What am I saying? But not just not the ones that are, I just don't, I want my feet to be comfortable.
No, I don't blame you for that.
They have those.
Yeah, it's all like how you rank your priorities. I always say that my vanity has been handy for me because I don't know. I can't explain
Tell me more.
I can't explain it without being offensive, but I just feel like sometimes what drives for instance, exercise. Mm-hmm. Like if exercise was just good for you inside and didn't have any kind of benefit superficially, I probably wouldn't do it. So it's stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so sometimes your flaws can work for you.
Yeah, well,
but I mean, I wouldn't wear shorts for 8 hours that would give me a boil.
Nope.
That much.
Oh God, I hate that word so much.
Did she put a picture of the shorts?
Yes.
And did they look like super tight or just normal?
No, they look like normal. They look like weird. What would happen if, and she does look very fit. Like she has some strong thighs.
Well, did the doctors actually say this is because your shorts were too tight?
Yes.
No.
This is from your wedgie. This is from your extreme wedgie.
Didn't her butt crack?
Let's talk about this. I was. Oh my God! There's so many more things now I want to talk about that you has triggered. I don't know. I think my coffee kicked in, and all of a sudden I'm awake. Okay. Few things. One. Now I forget the order I wanted to talk about this in. One. I have been not this date that I went on recently. Not the one that was good, that was the tandem bike one. I want to be very specific about that.
Yeah.
But some other ones. Mm-hmm. Why do guys keep talking about women's pubic hair in the fucking first date? Can we stop doing that?
Who's doing that?
Susie, this has happened now multiple times.
You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
Wait, what is the context?
It's always not me that brings it up.
I would imagine. Right?
But
what are they trying to find out what you got going on? Is that the deal? They want to know ahead of time how you handle it?
Maybe.
Well, what are they asking?
Or just talking about it in general.
Oh.
About, whether it's women having hair in places or how much, or just comments on it in general. I just feel like, why are we doing this?
I'm glad you clarified that it wasn't the tandem guy, because I was mad.
I wanted to make no, this guy was a gentleman in every single way.
Good.
Everything. Asked for a kiss, in a cute, really cute way.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
They don't get how much we love that stuff.
Susie. And he's from Texas. And so he's got all the Southern manners, and it's freaking great.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that is a big. That's
major.
It
is
points.
It's very endearing.
Yeah, in that department. Okay, so that was one of the things that I needed. That I was reminded of.
I
just
wanted to know if it was in her butt crack. This injury. The shorts, because you said it's from the wedgie. No, I think
cheek. No. Oh.
That seems like it was rubbing her beehole.
Oh my gosh. I'm hurting for her.
Maybe that's why it got so bad so fast. Because it was like a beehole injury.
Why does everything always go back to, on this date, he was like, so, what's your podcast about? I'm like, well, funny you should ask.
That's always embarrassing.
I know. I said, so at this point we had a few funny conversations, and, he has a good sense of, really, really good sense of humor.
Okay, good.
And so he's like in on the joke. He gets the joke, which is great, and makes them, which is good. But like not loud and over the top. Like, look at me, I need to be the comedian, which I like. Like he's like subtle, hilarious, which is great. Anyways, so he's like asking me, what's your podcast about? And I'm like, well, we're like two like smart gals who like talk about some smart stuff. Also people call us your number one podcast for your number two stories. So
yeah. It is embarrassing. Sometimes
we do have one subject matter that tends to be common.
We skew towards feces.
Oh, Lord.
It is embarrassing to me when I find out someone I know has listened. I'm like, oh God, which episode?
Oh, I know, me too. I'm always like, which one? Now I have to listen to it. Oh God,
it's terrible.
Oh no!
I'm glad we're really proud.
I warned him already. I was like, I probably am going to talk about you. Just so you know, I told him I'm going to talk about the tandem bicycle thing because it's awesome.
Yeah, it's a perfect match for you.
Mm-hmm. Right? That's real fun. I'm like, oh, you. This is.
Was there anything weird in his apartment though?
No, and not apartment, house.
Oh, house. I'm sorry.
Yeah, which is nice too. Just like being a grown up. Like
it is.
You don't need a house, but it's like, oh wow. Somebody who's like got their shit together. Anything weird? No, nothing weird, and things that I really like.
Like what?
Like he. I'm like I want to respect his privacy and keep him on the deal.
You can
and
be
all
general.
That stuff. Yes, I am going to be.
Okay.
You know what I loved? Oh, amazing record collection.
Oh, that's nice.
So, Susie, everyone was good.
Good, okay.
And we just listened to records like all night long and loves board games.
Sounds good.
So, yeah, and this game room was so freaking cool. Yeah,
we'll call him Romeo. That'll be what we call him.
That's what we call him. Yeah, I mean, he did make some pretty good romantic, like very chivalrous and gentlemanly, and it was wonderful. It was like
what part of Texas, though?
San Antonio.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, just checking.
Yeah. Okay, what else? Do I have any other stories? Oh my God, I feel like we're on our wind down time, aren't we?
Yeah, just about.
Oh, goodness. Man, one day I'll talk to you about the birds in England, but until then.
That's a weird statement.
Right, well,
Did you tell me you were going to?
But it didn't fit the dating theme of this week.
True.
So, yeah, talked about love on the spectrum and how those guys are just so sweet.
Oh, my God.
And they plan really adorable dates.
That's real nice. Do you think they do or the producers? Let's be honest here.
No, they do. I know they do. Because when somebody's on the spectrum and they plan the same, they are very specific about how they want it to be and what. I definitely think that there are dates that they plan. Like one guy is obsessed with NASCAR racing, so he took his date to a NASCAR racing simulator driving thing. He was so freaking sweet cheering her on. Fun. Oh, it was adorable. But I mean, maybe. What the heck do I know? They probably set it up. Susie, I'm
sorry. I'm so cynical.
I know. It's like, don't put this in the reality television, which, by the way, I want to refer to as, what do we call it? Unscripted TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what made me even think of that is because I saw a clip from the current challenge where that Casey girl was taking Nani out on a date and how,
on the challenge?
Yeah. And so she gave her flowers and then they went out and there's rose petals and candles and strawberries and it's like, okay.
Oh, for Pete's sake. That was definitely set up.
Yeah. The producers set it up. And then it made my wheels turn and I thought, would they have set this up if it were two men?
No. Oh.
I don't know if they would. I think there's something... that made two women, especially one who has had heterosexual relationships.
Yes, I totally see that.
It's
God,
cynical,
now I'm kind of grossed out by it.
I'm sorry.
No, I think it's very important to draw attention to and to call out.
But even if the producers did help on Love on the Spectrum, it still is a different vibe and meant to create love.
Oh, gosh. And so cute.
Yeah.
And just the families. I think it really normalizes, people on the spectrum. Mm-hmm. And like this,
that I think is great representation.
People first.
Yeah.
Like it's just beautiful and wonderful.
Well, I hope none of them wear glass slippers or too tight jean shorts.
Right.
And we will not ask about their pubic hair because that is weird.
Don't. For goodness sakes, don't ask about that. Don't talk about that.
Sakes.
That is not okay. Unless, just in general, you have to at least talk to, even if we're just going to be friends, if this isn't even a date, we're just a male and a female hanging out, because that's fine. Maybe if it's just friendly, and we want to take it away from that vibe, then still don't do that. Don't joke with me about that.
Yeah, it's not funny.
Ew, and also, oh God, I will add one more thing. There was a Bumble guy who, after I sent a message to him, and then he sent me a picture of him real quick, without a shirt on. And I was like, why are we doing this?
Please don't.
No.
Men are so stupid.
Nope.
I really do
I
think
said that. I was like, wow, are we already at topless shirts? Topless pics?
I think it's their way of projecting. Where they want to see you without a shirt on.
Yeah,
so
that's what we said in that dick pic thing.
Yeah.
Ew.
Oh. It's weird.
Yeah, well, this guy did none of those things and instead took me on a tandem bicycle ride and played Scrabble with me.
I like him. He sounds like a good match for you. So
he's going to get a second date.
Fingers. Great.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
There we go.
All right, friends. Don't forget to check out our merch. Like Sarah said, it's super cute.
You could be sipping your coffee from a mug just like me.
And leave us a 5-star review. Please tell a friend, tag us, all that stuff. We love you. Bye.